What is up, boys? It has been a minute. We are bringing back Driver Mod Davidson, and I'm going to start consistently posting on YouTube. I want to give you guys some car content of what I got going on, and what better way to do it than starting off working on my 1991 Galant VR-4. All right, we got a couple things I want to tackle on this car today. One of them is being, I stopped by Hillside Audio yesterday, and I picked up some new Lucas lighting. So we got some lights for the fog lights, and then we have our low beams. So on this car, specifically, it has the JDM front bumper. So it has the JDM fogs. What I didn't think about was I need this light as well. So we have this light for the projector, but we need to get the other one. Another thing we are going to do is we are going to throw on these stickers. So these stickers go on the passenger and the driver's side rear doors. They go about right in here. So we're gonna throw those on. The paint on this thing overall is in very good condition for its age. There's not a lot of rock chips at all. It's nice and smooth. You can see it does have some swirls, but nothing crazy, right? This car has been repainted at some point in its life, and they did a pretty good job. But we do want to ceramic coat this thing and get it protected. All right, we also have a couple packages that are supposed to show up today from eBay. Says they should be here around 3 p.m. So we're gonna install the back badging on the trunk of the car. So Galants, they come with something that says Mitsubishi Galant on it, obviously, and then Mitsubishi badge, and then a VR-4 badge. I'm gonna leave the Galant badge out, but I am gonna put the Mitsubishi back on and the VR-4 badge. All right, boys, so what we're gonna do is we are going to start with the headlights first because I don't wanna prep this thing, get it all taped off, buffed, cut, polished, all that, until we're done kind of leaning up against it. So we're gonna start with the main headlights, and then we are going to do the fog lights. We might have to jack it up to get to the bottom of the fog lights. I can't remember on these JDM bumpers, so we will see when we get to that point. All right, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So this is my redneck hood prop. The other one broke off at some point, and I haven't ordered one. I wanna get the hydraulic ones for both sides, but till now, we're rocking the vacuum cleaner attachment. All right, so the plan is to get to these main bulbs to start off. We got to remove this overflow tank. Luckily, it just slides up and out of the way. And then this side might be a little bit more challenging, but we might have to pull the battery out. And then this is the old intake box. But as you can see, that is where the headlight is. So we might pull this out of the way, get it out of there, unbolt this box, and that'll get us right to it. I was going to pull the headlight housings out, but really no point. You can see that got us right to the bulb on this side. We popped out the overflow tank. It just slides right out of this channel there. And that will get us right to that bulb. So these are the Lucas L1 series. This is the basic lights for Lucas. I have the L5s in the truck now, but these are gonna be perfect for the Galant VR-4. If you're local to me and you wanna get a pair of these, they sell them at Hillside Audio, and I'm sure King's Customs could probably get you a pair too. So super stoked on these. They're gonna look great in the car, and they're super easy to install. So for us, we are going to be using the 9006. So I'm gonna get those rings put on this, and then we're gonna pop them in the housing and see what it looks like. Okay, so you guys can see the difference right away. We got the Lucas light on that side, L1 series, and then factory halogen on that side. You can see the halogens are very, very dim. These are going to be awesome. Great success. All right, we got them done. Now time for the fogs. Well, Christmas came right on time. Got a couple packages in. We got our rear badge for the trunk, the Super VR-4 badge. They must know I'm a chubby kid because they brought me a Kit Kat with that one. This is a valve cover cleanup kit for either this car or the Evo. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna put it on yet. I bought it for the Evo, but this one might need it as well. And then this is an idle air control valve, because when this car cold starts, it has a weird idle surge. So I'm hoping that that is going to take care of that. Fog lights are all done. So next we need to do these corner markers on both sides. I'm gonna have to run to the parts store, see if I can find some. And then I will also try to find the bulbs for the inside of the JDM fogs. All right, we've moved on to clay barring now. So clay barring is exactly what it looks like. You take a piece of clay, fold it up, get some moisture on it, some lube, no ditty, and you just work it down the side of the car. You don't want to be working your clay in circles like this because it's just gonna create a bunch of work for you. So follow the body lines of the car, look for little things that are sticking out that might get caught in your pad of your buffer once you start going. So if it all feels super smooth, you're probably good. Okay, so got the car fully prepped, fully clay barred, all taped off, and we're gonna start buffing it here in just a second. As you can see, when I taped it off, I tend to tape over that window seal because I've learned from doing detailing in the past, you get a little bit of pad dust and it kicks up on the window, falls down in the window, and you can't get the streaks out of your window. Every time it rains, you roll it up and down, there's just streaks forever. Everybody's got a different way they're gonna buff a car. How I personally do it is I always start with the hood. Reason why, it's a nice flat spot and it's easy for me to see how many passes I'm gonna need with the buffer to get what I want. So I start with the hood. After the hood is finished, I work up to the roof. And the reason I wanna do the roof next is because obviously I'm gonna be really up close next to the car and rubbing on it. So if I scratch up anything on the door, I'll come back and hit it. I don't have to try to reach the roof after I've done the doors. So that's the plan right now. I'll set up the GoPro, get a time lapse for you guys, and now the battle starts. What I'm going to be using today is just some basic Meguiar's Detailer D300. This is one of their correction compounds, and then I use 301, which is one of their finishing compounds. It'll be perfect for this paint. This paint's not too beat up. Sometimes I'll use the 3M stuff, but for this is all I'll need. All right, let's check it out. So we've buffed this right side. We have not touched this side at all. So this side has only gotten cutting compound, no polish yet, and this side is untouched. So if we look close, hopefully you guys can see it in the camera. See all the swirls, little imperfections, all that. And then we pan over across the line and it gets that clarity right back. So that's exactly what we're going for. White is a tough color to see, but the good thing about it is it hides a lot. So once we get the polish on this side and buff this side, this hood's gonna look beautiful. Okay, we just finished the front bumper, got all around the headlights. We're gonna start working on this area kind of right here. All right, after many, many hours, we have finished with the paint of the car. So as you guys remember, there was quite a few swirls on this paint. It turned out super good. Got about 20 to 25 hours into this, but now we're ready to ceramic coat it. So what we're using for ceramic coat is going to be Adam's Advanced Graphene Ceramic Coating. So this is supposed to be a 9-year coating. I picked it up from my boy Thomas over at Meticulous Auto Details here in Anchorage. So if you guys need any Adam stuff at all, he's going to be your dealer. couple days on the buffer, this old girl cleaned up pretty well. We ended up doing Lucas headlights, Lucas fog lights, the door stickers, the 2 badges on the trunk, a full cut and polish on this thing, and then we did an Adams ceramic coat. Super stoked with how it turned out. The next thing for this car is probably going to be wheels and tires, and probably suspension. So stay tuned for that. Well, boys, that's all I got for this weekend. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I got a lot of things coming up for the VR-4, as well as the Evo and the Mustang. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.